Well, I saw you earlier than that.
Really?
In Maryland. I was playing with Rhonda Vincent's family.
For decades, Alison Krauss seemed like the safest bet in music. A singer with flawless tone, unshakable control, and a voice so pure it felt untouched by time. Until, quietly and without warning, that certainty began to crack, first in small on-stage pauses, then in stalled studio sessions, and finally in the frightening realization that the very gift defining her life was no longer guaranteed. To understand how that moment could happen, you have to rewind to Decatur, Illinois, where Alison Maria Krauss was born into a household where creativity and discipline coexisted naturally. Her German-born father, Fred, a scholar who reinvented himself through education and hard work. Her mother, Louise, a gifted illustrator and folk musician who filled their home with banjo strings and acoustic melodies, while young Alison absorbed everything from bluegrass traditions to Gary Newman and classic rock on the radio. Initially resisting the violin, her mother insisted she learn until bluegrass cracked something open, and suddenly everything made sense, setting her on a path that would see her labeled a prodigy before her teens were over, joining Union Station, signing with Rounder Records at just 14, and steadily redefining what bluegrass could be as Grammy wins, crossover success, and cultural milestones like Now That I Found You and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Made her the public face of the genre. Yet even at the height of that success, her story was never about chasing charts, which became even clearer when she entered one of music's most unlikely partnerships with Robert Plant, a collaboration that shouldn't have worked but somehow produced Raising Sand, an album built on tension between discipline and freedom, precision and instinct, where Krauss learned to loosen her grip and Plant learned restraint, creating something neither rock nor bluegrass, but quietly transformative. Then, just as suddenly as it all came together, Krauss's voice began to betray her, locking up on stage and vanishing in the studio until a 2013 diagnosis of dysphonia finally gave a name to the problem, forcing her to cancel shows, rest her voice, and confront a deeper truth, that the issue wasn't only physical but psychological, tied to pressure, distraction, migraines, and a loss of emotional presence that caused her voice to shut down when the music no longer felt honest. The breaking point came mid-show when she couldn't sing a single opening line, an unthinkable moment for someone known for absolute reliability, and the recovery was anything but quick, stretching across years of frustration, cancelled sessions, and self-doubt until vocal coach Ron Browning bluntly told her she had too much on her mental desk and wasn't walking into the studio wanting to sing anymore. That realization reshaped everything and slowly led to Windy City, her first solo album in nearly 18 years, a record that took years to finish but only days to truly record, built on overlooked songs, quiet melancholy, and resilience rather than despair, guided by producer Buddy Cannon and fueled by Krauss's insistence on honesty over momentum. Today, she performs with renewed trust in her voice and a strange but effective pre-show ritual, stepping outside to shout her frustrations at a tree, because she learned the hard way that real emotion opens the voice and forces it to show up, and that is the deeper truth behind the headlines. Alison Krauss didn't lose her voice because it failed her, she lost it because she demanded truth from it, and it refused to sing without it.